All right, everybody, check this out. Let's get right into it. I got not one, not two, not three, but four sports games to do a recap on. First, we're going to do a recap of this past Saturday's game between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Houston Rockets. And hold on. Yes, I'm wearing my Rockets hat once again. For the first time this NBA season, the Rockets has won back-to-back games. The Rockets beat the Oklahoma City Thunder by 13, 118-105. They're now 5-14 as the Thunder fall 8-12. Tonight and Wednesday, the Rockets goes up against the Denver Chicken Nuggets. Friday, they go against the Suns in Phoenix. Saturday, they go against the defending NBA champs, the Golden State Warriors. Next Monday, they take on the Philadelphia 76ers. December 15th, they take on the Miami Heat. Jalen Green was the player of the game with 28 points, 2 rebounds, and 9 assists. Alperen Sengun needed 3 more assists to go with a triple-double. Jabari Smith Jr. needed 10 assists to go with a triple-double. Now I got a recap of another game. Be right back. Next game, we're going to do a recap on is a rematch between the LA Lakers and the San Antonio Spurs. By the way, the Rockets are now on a 2-game winning streak, and so are the Lakers. They beat the Spurs again this past Saturday by 5, 143-138. The Lakers are now 7-11 as the Spurs fall 6-15. I think you all know who's the player of the game. LeBron, with 39 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 assists. He needed 7 more assists to go with a triple-double. Keldon Johnson needed 7 more assists to go with a triple-double. Trey Jones needed 2 more rebounds to go with a triple-double. I believe Anthony Davis didn't play on Saturday due to back-to-back games. I believe the Lakers coach let Anthony Davis take the night off. Because you know how coaches be, they always want their players to stay healthy. Tonight, the Lakers takes on the Indiana Pacers. Wednesday, they take on the Trailblazers. Friday, they go against the Bucks. Sunday, against the Wizards. Next Tuesday, against LeBron's former team, the Cavaliers. Now I got one more NBA game to do a quick recap on. One more game to do a recap on. And that is yesterday's game between the Miami Heat and the Atlanta Hawks. The Heat are now on a 3-game winning streak. Yesterday they beat the Atlanta Hawks 106-98. The Heat are now 10-11 as the Hawks fall to 11-9. Bam Adebayo was the player of the game with 32 points, 8 rebounds, and 1 assist. Tyler Hero got a triple-double, 11 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists. John Collins needed 8 more assists to go with a triple-double. Trae Young needed 5 more rebounds to go with a triple-double. But the player of the game belongs to Bam Adebayo. I got one more game to do a recap on. You know what? I don't know. It's like every week I tune in for this team and I get excited. And the next thing you know, as I'm watching this team, it's like they're not even trying. I need to take a sip of this to keep my anger in check because I know a lot of people are going to say that this team was much better when it was called the Oilers. And I agree with some of those people that said that. But no matter what happens to this team, I will always support them because they are my home team. And they will always be my home team. In the good words of my man Spitz 389. What's up, YouTube? Your boy back once again with another sports topic. And today we're going to talk some football. Houston Texans football. Let's go ahead and do a recap of yesterday's NFL game between the Houston Texans and the Miami Dolphins. Let's see if we can get my special guest to join in. All right, man, you know the deal. Let's get right into it. Oh, my goodness. Texans got embarrassed in the first half. Didn't score shit in the first quarter while giving up 10. Then they gave up 20 in the second quarter. Trailing 30-0 at halftime. But they made a comeback in the second half, outscoring the Dolphins by 6 in the third quarter. So it's Dolphins 30, Texans 6 after the third quarter. Texans outscored the Dolphins by 9 in the fourth quarter, but it was not enough as they would fall to the Miami Dolphins by 15, 30-15. The Dolphins are now 8-3 as the Texans have 1 win, 9 losses, and 1 tie. This upcoming Sunday, guess who's back again. Deshaun is back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Yes, sir. This Sunday, Deshaun Watson returns to the NRG Stadium for the first time since the 2020-2021 NFL season. With his new team, the Cleveland Browns, going up against us. And we're still waiting on the fans' reaction on how of Deshaun's return to the NRG Stadium. Then December 11th, which I can't wait, we go up against them Dallas Cowboys, who didn't play yesterday because they had a vacation. They'll be back this Sunday taking on the Indianapolis Colts. December 18th, we take on the Chiefs. Christmas Eve against the Titans. New Year's Day taking on the Jaguars. And speaking of the Colts, we have a rematch against them on January 8th. I've already did a recap of this past Saturday's game between the Thunder and the Rockets, this past Saturday's game between the Lakers and the Spurs, and yesterday's game between the Heat and the Hawks. All three of my top 3 NBA teams has won again. The Heat are now on a 3-game winning streak, and the Rockets and the Lakers are on a 2-game winning streak. And after so long, Texans head coach Lovie Smith decided to make a quarterback change. He decided to get Kyle Allen as our quarterback of yesterday's game. Because everybody was pretty much talking shit about David Mills, saying that he sucks as a quarterback. Hey, I gave David Mills a chance, and to me, he actually tried, but he pretty much struggled this season. But I don't know what took the Texans so long to finally make a quarterback change after people was pretty much disrespecting David Mills. But David Mills, you did try your best, and I'll give you props for that. So, what are your thoughts about the Texans finally making a quarterback change?
I did not see the second half. I'm sorry. I only saw the first half where the team got embarrassed. I'm at a loss of words getting embarrassed in Miami. But we did get 15 points, but unfortunately, it was not enough as our comeback came up short. So now we got to go back home to take on the Browns, and so far the Texans have yet to win.
Yeah, man. I don't know what to do. Probably not going to win this Sunday, especially when Deshaun Watson returning. And speaking of the Browns, I heard they beat Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers yesterday. Let me see.
It was 23-17 in overtime.
Yep. The Browns are now 4-7 as the Buccaneers fall 5-6. So, we'll see you this Sunday, Deshaun, if you're eligible to play, because I believe the fans are going to boo him because he's still facing those allegations of him sexually assaulting 22 women. And he hasn't learned his lesson since those charges against him were dropped. So, we'll see what happens when Deshaun Watson returns this Sunday to the NRG Stadium. A link to Spitz 389's YouTube page will be in the description box below, as well as Mike Henry's, Alexa and Maria's, and Maria and Olivia's. That's going to do it for my recap of the Thunder versus the Rockets, the Lakers versus the Spurs, the Heat versus the Hawks, and the Texans getting embarrassed in the 305 against the Dolphins. I got one more rant to do, and that is reminiscing 20 years of the late Fabulous Moolah versus the Big Show with the interference by Brock Lesnar from the Thanksgiving Day edition of SmackDown from November 28, 2002. Go Houston Rockets. Go Los Angeles Lakers. Go Miami Heat. And as always, go Houston Texans.